Today, everybody is talking about the stock markets. Stock markets have climbed all the way from 27,000 on the Sensex way back somewhere in the month of March to about levels of 46,000 recently in the month of December. The amount of money people made, how they made tons of money has become a talk of the town. Now, if you have decided based on this information to try your luck in the stock markets, you need to tread cautiously. Why? That's because most of the people who flock into the stock markets are always proved wrong. In this episode, I am going to discuss all aspects of this statement and help you to become a very successful investor. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Most people come to stock markets during the peak market conditions. They get attracted to the stock markets because they hear the story of successful people who made lots of money in the recent past in the stock markets. Stock market gains made by people will become a talk of the town. It is discussed in the evening parties, it is discussed in the newspapers, it is discussed in the television channels. Everybody is of the same opinion. The opinion that stock market is the place where you have to make money, and there is a hell of a lot of money to make money in the stock markets. Then you decide, yes, I want to come and try my luck here. And you try to get some money out of your savings, you borrow money or do something to try your luck in the stock markets. How do you invest in the stock market? Either you go and buy the stocks which is told by your friend, or by a television personality, or the reports that you get in the newspaper, you go and buy that stock or you buy that mutual fund. Within a short span of time, the stock markets will tumble down, it will go in for a crash, and you will remain as a broken-hearted person in the stock market. It will not be the story of one single person. There are countless people who will go through this turmoil during the peak market conditions. If you look at the history of the stock markets, most of the times, maximum number of people will come into the stock markets only during the peak conditions, and invariably they will be proved wrong. It will not turn out to be a place where they make lots of money. Instead, this will become a place where they lose all that they have saved in their life. The only wish that I have is you don't become a victim of this kind of a game in the stock market. If I look at the history of the stock market, it is the same story during every bull run. It happened in 1992, it happened in the year 2000, it happened in the year 2007-8, and it is happening right now. A lot of people will come into the market when the markets are rising. In fact, during my practicing career, the frequently asked question by many of the clients or the prospects who come and meet me is it a right time to invest in the market? There is nothing called the right time to invest in the market. There is only one thing, that is the right way to invest in the stock market. So people think if stock markets have made some money in the recent past, they think the same trend will continue for long, and by putting money there, they could make a lot of money. It's not the story of stock markets alone. It's the same story with every asset class. You have seen what happens with gold. You have seen what happens in case of real estate. Everywhere, when an asset class moves up very fast in the recent past, a lot of people get attracted to that and they come and pour money into this, and subsequently the asset class will fall down the trajectory and people stand to lose lots of money, or they will get stuck there for long periods of time. In the year 2000, everybody thought that the dot-com stocks will make a lot of money. If some company came into the market which has the name .com, in no matter of time, its prices went up. In the year 2007-8, any infrastructure company, whether it has the financial background or not, whether the business models are worthy of pursuing or not, nobody asked. If it is an infrastructure company, its stocks went through the roof. Every bull market has tremendous stories like this. So the end result of a bull market is the markets will invariably go and crash. Why does majority of people fail in the stock market, why they are proved wrong? The answer is very, very simple. Majority of people fail in the stock market because they fall prey to the predictions. They hear their friends, they hear their colleagues. When everybody is talking about the stock markets, they believe that it could be true and they will try to check their luck. Simultaneously, during this particular period, if you look at the newspaper, you'll get plenty of articles, you'll get plenty of prediction where the Sensex could reach in next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Anybody can write anything. It's just like the fortune tellers. The stock market predictors are nothing better than the fortune tellers as well. Tune into one of the business channels, you will have similar stories. Everybody will be singing the same tune, the music of the season. It's called the up, up, up. It can't be a one-way game. In fact, markets will always go through the cycles. People get attracted to it only when the markets are moving in an upward direction. If you think majority of the people are wrong only during the upside of the market, that's not the correct statement. In fact, majority of the people are also wrong on the downside of the market. When the markets are going up, there is a frenzy, there is a queue, there is a beeline to go and buy the favorite stock or the mutual funds or whatever it is. When the markets are falling, again, market falling is not a permanent feature. Market falling will happen up to a certain level. It is not permanent, nor it will become zero. Your investments will not become zero unless you have picked up something horribly bad stock or it is some kind of a rigged market or something like that. So the market falling will also stop, market rise will also stop. So if you are a person who got unnerved by the way the markets are falling, and if you sell thinking that the markets will fall further on, probably you could be wrong there as well. So markets will not fall permanently. If you had the guts at that time, and if you are holding something of quality, something which is good, something which will not be closed tomorrow, then just by exercising patience, you can prevent losing of your money. And if you hold on to that for long periods of time, the chances are that you still make a good amount of money in decades ahead. Why do majority of the people are proved wrong in the stock market? There are many reasons for this. The first reason is people do not apply logic. You are getting carried away by emotions. You presume that you are going to make lots of money, but you don't apply logic. You do not apply logic to know why the stock markets are going up. Is it genuine? Is it rigged? What is driving? How long it will rise? When can end? You do not have an answers for any of these things. If you do not have a logic to apply in the stock market, the end result can always be disastrous. So if you want to participate in the stock market, first thing that you have to do is apply your logic, apply your common sense. If you find favorable answers, then enter slowly and steadily. Don't take everything that you hear or see or read as the gospel truth. Another reason why people fail in the stock market is they fall prey to predictions. If you hear somebody predicting to you something would happen in the short run, take it with a pinch of salt. There are no experts in this field. There is nobody. If you see the person on the television channel, or if I come and tell you that something is going to go somewhere tomorrow, don't take anyone very, very seriously. No one is knowing what can happen tomorrow. If somebody predicts that this is the thing that is going to happen in a short span of time, the chances of that hitting success is only 50%. That means it can be the truth, it may happen or it may not happen. You don't take it as a certainty that it is going to reach at a certain point of time and take decisions based on that. Stock markets can be predicted only over long periods of time. The long period is not 6 months, long period is not 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. Long periods are running into decades of time. If you have patience and if you have a time span to which you can wait for decades together, then only venture into the stock market. So if anybody is predicting that the stock markets will reach and such a level within a few months or few years, it may or may not happen. All such predictions can fall flat on the face. One another reason why majority of the people fail in the stock markets is they do not seek professional help. Financial industry is advisor driven. Everybody in the financial field needs advice. There is so much of a knowledge here. There is so much of an information. There is a fast paced changes that are happening. So every person who participates in the financial markets need to be advised. Don't be under the impression that the common man on the ground is the only person who needs to be advised. Everybody in this field needs advice. I need advice. The fund managers need advice. The mutual fund distributors need advice. Everybody from top to bottom in this industry needs advice because there is so much of a knowledge over there, so much of an information over there. There is a need for everyone to be simplified and take out only that information which can be of use. So do not be under the impression that you will be very successful by doing it yourself. You need to do your research or you need to be assisted by professional advisors. While I said majority of the people are proved wrong or fail miserably in the stock markets, it is equally true that a small amount of people will equally be successful in the stock markets. Why this minority of people who participate in the stock markets will become very successful or rake in crores of rupees from the stock markets? What is the secret behind this minority who participate in the stock market? The minority which becomes very successful in the stock market, the reason number one for them to succeed is they follow a logical process. They know when to enter, how long they have to stay invested in the market, what kind of instruments they should buy, they know when they have to sell, and what is the level of exposure that they have to take. If they have, let's say, a lakh of rupee, they precisely know what is the exposure levels that they can take with respect to individual investment. They pretty follow a decent logical approach to the stock market investing. There is no emotions in their handling of assets in the stock markets. Rather, they follow a process driven method which will make them very successful. This minority of people who succeed in the stock markets will also come into the stock markets with a game plan. They are very crystal clear when they will enter the market and how long they'll stay here and when is the time for them to get out of the place. So they have a clear plan when they participate in the market. They also have another plan. They maintain asset allocation. They know what they think may or may not happen, and they have plan B to know if something did not work out very well, how they have to exit or what they have to do. They maintain perfect asset allocation to achieve their objectives. This is one another secret of these minority people who participate in the stock markets and make lots of money. Another classic way these minority people who make money in the stock markets behave is they behave like liquidity providers to the market. It's very interesting concept. What they do is they exactly do the opposite of what general public is doing. If general public is buying, these people are very happy to sell it back to them. So there is a demand for the goods, capital appreciation has happened, and people are searching for various assets. These people have entered the market well in advance and they are prepared to sell it to them. So there is somebody asking for the stocks and these people will give what they have and they exchange that for money. Likewise, when the markets are falling, people are trying to find a buyer. People are tired of holding on to these assets. They think the prices will fall further down. They need a buyer. This minority people who are very successful in the market at that point of time will turn out to be the buyers from these desperate sellers in the market. So they buy low and they sell high. They do not succumb to the emotions. They become the liquidity providers in the stock markets. So remember, every time when somebody buys, someone has to sell and someone has to buy. Likewise, when you sell, you always need a buyer. Who buys and who sells from these people? It is these liquidity providers who are in minority in numbers in the stock market are the ones who will turn out to be very successful in the markets. So always be prepared to take the opposite of what crowds think. If crowds are telling buy, you could be the seller, probably you are making more money. If crowds are selling sell, you could be the buyer and you can still make money. Another characteristics of this minority who make lots of money in the stock market is, however experienced they may be, they don't behave as if that they know everything. They are always open to consultations. They read, they watch, they consult, take opinion, but take their own independent decisions. They don't behave as if that they know everything, I will not consult. They buy research papers, they go to the conferences, they call the people, and they make every effort to see all the information that they are looking for, try to simplify and take the real meaning of that and make a very, very informed decisions. That's how this minority group in the stock markets will end up with lots of money. Dear viewers, are you a person who want to hit success in the stock markets or in your investment journey? You can make best use of my services as well. What is my business model? What do I do? What are the services that we provide? I had done a video recently by name What's My Business and How I Can Help for You. I'll be giving a link here in the card section for this particular video. You can check out on this video to know everything about my business. I'm also showing my contact number here on the screens. Through a WhatsApp message from any part of the world, you can reach out to me, and if you find my business models suitable for you, I'll be too happy to help you as well. Dear viewers, if you think the subject that I discussed today added some value to you and given some ideas in your journey of making your investment a successful one, please like this video. If you are a person who is watching this video for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I will be back with you with one more topic very, very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.